Hi everybody, and welcome to Everyday Manna. Today we are going to make several easy, delicious summer drinks, or really you could do them any time of the year, but you know, when it's hot, you just want cool, refreshing drinks, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start out with something that I discovered, oh my goodness, probably 1988, 89, somewhere in there. And it is one of my favorite summertime cool, refreshing drinks. It's delicious with breakfast as just a wake me up kind of thing. It's absolutely delicious. Now, this one is one you make the base, and then you store the base in the refrigerator, and then when you want to make it, I'll show you how to do that. In my blender, I have 2 cups of orange juice. You do need a blender for this. I have 1 small can of just crushed pineapple, 1 bag of unsweetened frozen strawberries that I have diluted, thawed, not diluted. I have some kiwi here. Let me grab a peeler. 2 kiwi. Let me get my stuff out of the way. These would also all make delicious punch recipes for any gathering. We're going to make another one here in just a second that's very near and dear to my heart. Just peel your kiwi, cut it into chunks. This is full of fruit. So, you know, if you're trying to get fruit in your family's diet or your diet, this is a great one to have on hand. Kiwi's slippery little thing. I love kiwi. We also need 1 banana, just regular old banana. Cut into chunks, no biggie there. Let me get rid of this. I'm gonna add some apple juice to it in just a second. I think my blender's gonna be full. You will need, I'm using 4 packages of just the Kool-Aid mix, tropical punch flavor, just the plain. Alrighty, then we're going to put our lid on there, and this is kind of loud, so bear with me. And we're going to just blend this up. Hang on just a second. I'm going to add 2 cups of apple juice. My blender's going to be very full. Let's hope it doesn't make a mess. And you want to blend that all together until it's pureed. Takes just a minute. Let's see how we look. Oh, goodness. That's your base. Now, you want to put this mixture in some kind of a container and store it in the refrigerator. That's just the base, okay? Put your blender back on. You want to have a glass of ice. You do need a blender that is pretty powerful. And you want about 1/2 cup or so. I like it strong. Of your base. And you want to blend it up. You do need a strong blender. This one is very powerful. Oh, I'm so happy. And then just pour it into your cup that you're serving. Oh my goodness. This is so good. I've adapted this from a restaurant that Mike and I ate at. I don't remember when. It was probably 1980. 88, 89, 90, somewhere in there. The restaurant's actually not in business anymore. It's gone. The building's even gone. But this is so, so incredibly delicious. So good. If you want it to be a little sweeter, you could add in some sugar or sugar substitute. I personally think the fruit is sweet enough. Up to you. Got it all over my cheek. One of my favorite easy, easy, easy summertime drinks. Now, all of this will be, the recipes and all of that will be posted. Let me set that there. And we are going to make probably the most endearing recipe to me ever for a drink. This is my mama's iced tea. Now, my mother, she passed away several years ago, made the best iced tea you have ever drank in your life. And the odd thing is, she didn't even like iced tea. She would make it and she would call me and just say, hey, come and taste this. See if it tastes good, because she didn't like it. But it was fabulous. Now, what you will need, I've already got this pot ready to go, because it has to steep. You will need about 8 of just the small tea bags that you use, that you steep. I personally, I don't promote brands very much on this program, but I like Lipton tea. It just, to me, has the best flavor. So I just buy a regular Lipton tea bags, black tea. Now, it is great as a hot tea. You can put one of these in with just some boiling water and have a little bit of honey or sugar or however you like your tea. Delicious. I use about 8 of those. Those are the small ones. If you're using the big gallon size, I don't normally use those. I think it's 2 or 3. You need to just read on the directions. Now, Mama's tea is very, very strong. And actually, this is the mint out of her mint garden. Now, she's passed away several years ago. My sister now lives there, my sister and brother-in-law. But the mint is still growing. And I'm telling you, if you have never had mint tea, you are missing out on life. It is truly the best tea I've ever drank. So you will need about 8 of these and a good amount of mint. I mean, I probably put that much in mine because I like it strong. This will keep, if you're lucky enough to grow mint, let me just tell you, you need to have this in its own container. Do not just plant this next to any plant that you don't want it to take over, because this grows like wild. It will absolutely, the roots will spread and it will take over your whole flower garden. So you do need to make sure that mint is in its own container. So I'm gonna take a quick break, clean up my mess. When I come back, I'm gonna show you how to do Mama's tea, and we're gonna do some other wonderful, easy summertime drinks. I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, now, again, we just made our wonderful little fruit punch, frozen deliciousness. Now we're making my mother's iced tea, and remember, this is the actual mint from her garden. It's still growing, and we moved to the house in 1979, and my mother had the greenest thumb of anybody you know, and so she transplanted some mint that she had at the house we moved from, because she always had to have her tea, make it for us. She didn't drink it. So this is the mint that is still growing from my mother's house. This is delicious in so many different things, but today we're making Mama's mint tea, mint iced tea. So in this pot, I had about a gallon of water, 8 of these, and a bunch, I'll just show you, a bunch of mint leaves. Now what you want to do is actually put the mint leaves and the tea bags into the water. Bring it up to a simmer, turn the heat off, cover it, and let it steep for, you know, maybe 30, 40 minutes. It can steep as long as you want. Then you will need to remove the tea bags. Ooh, that's hot. And the mint, because it's given up all of its flavor. Okay? And then Mama made hers really, really, really sweet. Since then, I have cut way back on my sugar, so I use a sugar substitute that measures, you know, cup for regular sugar. You could use regular sugar if you wanted to. If you're using regular sugar, you need to put the sugar in while that's hot. If you're using sugar substitute, you can leave the tea unsweetened and then sweeten as you want. But I'm going to put about a cup, maybe about a cup and a half, into my hot tea. I'm going to whisk that to dissolve. And then this needs to chill for a while to become cold. But for TV purposes, I don't have any made, so I'm going to just show you with some ice how I would serve it. Obviously, the ice is going to melt, but that's okay. I would serve it over top of ice. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it just brings back so many memories. Let me give that just a second to chill down just a little bit. You know, and make it pretty if you're serving it. Put some mint in there to show that you are making mint tea. And that, my friends, is my mother's wonderful mint iced tea. Oh my gosh. Does that bring back memories? That is so good and so refreshing. I encourage you to make that tea and try it for yourself. You do need the mint. You can buy mint in that Kool-Aid stuff stained my fingers. You can buy that in the grocery store in the produce section. But there's Mama's wonderful mint iced tea. Now, we are gonna make a blackberry limeade. Oh, so good. You need about 2/3 of a cup of lime juice. Lime, you know, green limes. About a cup of water. You're gonna need about 6 cups total, but for this part, you need about a cup of water. And some blackberries. Now, I bought these the other day at the farmer's market, and they are so good. Look at those beautiful, beautiful blackberries. They are just fabulous. This is one of those drinks that's great to make in the summertime when you can find some good blackberries. So you want about, I don't know, 2 or 3 cups. I'm gonna save a few for garnish. Let's save, I don't know, 3 or 4. I love blackberries. Oh, they're so delicious. I love all fruit. If you watch this program at all, you know that. We're gonna use our blender again, and we're gonna blend this up. We're making a puree. I like to turn it off. Check the sides. Think we're good. Let's do it just for 30 seconds more. So good. Now, here's where you can use your own judgment. I don't mind the seeds. For me, I don't mind the seeds at all. If you want to run this through a strainer, you can. Up to you. If you want to get rid of the seeds and the pulp, you can do it through a sieve like this. I personally don't mind the seeds, so I'm just leaving mine in. But you may have a problem with, you know, seeds. You got about, I don't know, 4 or 5 more cups of water here. And you want to add your base to that. Whisk that all together, and I actually need a bigger pitcher. Hang on just a second. Get a little bigger one. If I don't make a mess all over the place. Nothing unusual there though, is it? I'm a messy cook. Can't help it. It just is what it is. But you want all that wonderful blackberry goodness in there. All right. And again, I would serve that over some ice. Stir that all together. Stir in some sugar. Again, I'm using sugar substitute. About a cup, because that's pretty tart stuff. You can use regular sugar if you want to, or you can make a sugar syrup, which is equal parts sugar and water. Bring it to a boil and then turn it off. And I got stuff all over me. And bring it to a boil, turn it off, and let it cool. Let me get some ice, and I'll show you this one. Alrighty, I have got stuff all over me. And again, if you want to get rid of these seeds, you can. But that is blackberry limeade. Put you a few little blackberries on top, just to show what it is. If you wanted to, you could cut some limes, get some slices of lime. Okay? And then put the lime on there to show even more what it is. You could put some mint in there if you wanted to, but there is a delicious, delicious blackberry limeade. Oh, goodness, that's so good. I love it. All right, I'm gonna clean up my mess, try to get that off of me. When I come back, we're gonna make a wonderful little punch and then another drink using some of our iced tea. I'll be back in just a second. Alrighty, now let's move on to a delicious, easy, summertime, springtime, whenever time punch. This could not be easier. If you're throwing a birthday party or a bridal shower or any kind of gathering, maybe for brunch or anything like that, I like punches. I like to have them at a holiday gathering like at Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter. I really like punch. So I've got a lot of different recipes for them, but this is just one that I like to serve. Now in here, I have half a gallon. Now, the store that I went to did not have strictly orange sherbet. Sometimes I make this with just strictly orange sherbet. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. You can mix up the flavors however you like. So I have the kind that has the 3 different colors of orange sherbet, half a gallon. Then I have 2 liters. Now, you can use any kind of clear drink that you like. 7-Up, Sprite, ginger ale, Sierra Mist, whatever kind of clear liquid or, you know, soft drink that you like. And again, I watch sugar content, so I'm using no sugar, you know, the diet kind. You want 2 2-liters. And I like to put 1 in there first. And then, well, actually, I may save that. Go in with some kind of a utensil and break that sherbet up. Okay? You don't want it melted, but you don't want it hard. You just want to break it into pieces. And it will, over time, dissolve into the drink. I love punch. I just think it, you know, it makes everything a party. Get little pieces if you can, that way, you know, it dissolves into it, but if you just so happen to get a little piece of that in your drink, hey, that's okay too. This original recipe, which uses just straight orange sherbet, is kind of a riff off of an Orange Julius. I don't know if Orange Julius stores are still in business or not, but I can remember when I was just a teenager at our local mall, downstairs beside Ponderosa Steakhouse was an Orange Julius at our mall, and I just always thought that was the greatest drink in the world. They've been gone from there forever, but it's just kind of a take on that. Now I'm going to add another 2-liter, now that I have it broken up some, of my soft drink. Just any kind of clear. 7-Up is really good. Sprite is really good. Ginger ale is really good. They're all Sierra Mist. In the holiday season, Sierra Mist, which is I think a Pepsi product, makes a cranberry Sierra Mist. Oh, that is the best drink. If you can find it, it's a limited holiday thing. And then just because I think it's pretty, here's my blackberry. I like to float some orange slices in there. So you want to wash your orange, cut some slices, and I need a bigger knife because that knife is not big enough to go through that orange. You can do it on a mandolin, you can just slice it however you want. You can do lemon slices. Matter of fact, I might do that. I have some lemons over there. If you want to cut them in half, you can. It looks pretty. That just squirted me in the face. And it adds some wonderful flavor. I will keep 1 for the side of my drink. And then lastly, there's a very popular drink out there that, you know, maybe you don't know how to make. It's called an Arnold Palmer. I have no idea why it's called an Arnold Palmer. But all it is half lemonade and half iced tea. Now, you can make your own lemonade with just lemons and water and sugar. But I just bought some because I knew I wouldn't have time to make it. So you want about half lemonade. And I'm going to use my mint iced tea because that's what I have. If you don't have the mint, you can just use regular iced tea. Just half and half. Now that tea is very hot. So I'm actually going to put, well, let me stir it up first. Stir it up. And then, you know, obviously you need some ice. And that is a delicious little refreshing drink that you can add some lemon to. I always have citrus on hand. Lemons in my home are a staple. It just is. I like to just show what's in the drink by putting just a little thing of lemon on there. You could even put a little sprig of the beautiful mint if you have it. Let's find a really pretty one. Here we go. just for serving purposes, just to make it look festive and pretty. And there you go. There are some very, very easy summertime drinks that you can make any time of the year. We had our delicious fruit base, which my camera operator, who happens to be my son, so it's okay, he took that, he just drank it. That was our base that we started with. You take half a cup of that and ice and blend it together, and it makes a delicious, 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 icy cold, wonderful drink. We've got our delicious punch that we made with just some sherbet and some clear soft drink of your choice. And I like to slice up some lemons and put in there, and it just is delicious. Then we've got our wonderful blackberry limeade that we made with fresh blackberries and some lime juice and water. It's just easy, it's refreshing. These are just some simple little easy drinks for you to have any time of the year, but especially in the summer when it's hot and you just want something refreshing. There you go, some quick and easy summertime drinks from our kitchen to yours. Try these recipes and let me know what you think, and I will see you next time on Everyday Manna.